Hey guys, Aura 1 through 4 here, and I've got another deck profile for you guys. This week, at my locals, I ran Hieratic Chaos Dragons. I wasn't sure what I wanted to run, so I was looking through my past deck lists, and then I went and looked on Shriek at the Japanese Nats, and I saw that a Hieratic Chaos Dragon deck made it into top 16, and I was like, I want to take another look at that. So I took some ideas from that, took some ideas I got from my team Adrian and the changes he's made to his Chaos Dragon deck, and it ended up working really well. I came in first, and I didn't actually lose any games. Unfortunately, the tournament was a little bit smaller than I would have liked for it to have been. Also, all but 2 people were playing Chaos Dragons. Kind of frustrating when it's at that point when you're just playing mirror match after mirror match after mirror match. But, whatever. Anyways, here's the deck list. You got yourself 3 late Pulsar Dragon. Obviously, late Pulsar Dragon is really hard to get rid of. It can eat through the back row. It's really easy to recur itself by discarding the light and the dark. Plus, it's the Chaos Summon, so you get your Eclipse Wyvern out of play, and you can set up your graveyard for darks. Next is 3 Dark Flare Dragons. The thing I like most about Dark Flare Dragon is discard and send is the cost to activate its effect. So even if you were to get like effect failure or something, you still get to discard and send. Also, he can banish Eclipse Wyverns that were in the graveyard at the start of his effect before you discarded your sent, which can help you get your things back, or you can mess up your opponent's graveyard. I really like Dark Flare Dragon. If he was 6, he'd be so much better, though. 2 Eclipse Wyverns, obviously got the big dragons out of your deck. I think 3 is too many. 2 Red Eyes Dark Dispel Dragons. Obviously, Dark Dispel is really good. He's huge. He's easy as hell to summon. Get any of your dragons back. Great card. 1 Dad, because once you get 4 darks in this deck, Dad is live essentially, because it's just so easy to manipulate your graveyard in this deck. 2 Chaos Orcs. They're Chaos Summon. Plus, Chaos Orc is really good, and it's a level 6, so it works for my rank 6s. BLS. It's BLS. It's amazingly broken. 3 Lilas. Mill in the end phase. It's pretty big at 17. Plus, it gets through your opponent's back row easily. So, 3 Lilas. 3 Raikos. Raiko is a really good card. The way its effect is worded, it causes things like late Pulsar Dragon and Elemental Hero the Shining to miss the timing because of his mill. He has the mill. And he gets to pop a card so he can get rid of problem cards. Then 3 Tour Guides and a Sangan. Obviously, this engine is busted. It's so good. This engine is the reason why rank 3s are so powerful, because you're essentially main decking 3 copies of a rank 3, and you can just make rank 3 so easy. Like, rank 3s are good, don't get me wrong. Tour Guide makes rank 3s even so much better because of how easy they are to summon. 2 Card Troopers. It mills and it draws you a card, plus the 19 is really nice. 2 Effect Failures. 1 Honest. I really like Honest in this deck. It helps you get over a lot of things. With Blackluster Soldier, if you attack a monster that's 2,000, and that's all they have, you get game. Plus, it's really nice in the mirror match, because you get your guys stronger than your opponent's guys. 1 Gores, because Gores is good. And then the Hieratic part is just 2 Tefnuits and a Wattail Dragon. I cut the Sues because they really weren't doing anything. If you got Sue in your hand and you didn't have like Tefnuit, they were completely dead. Tefnuit is the best one for this deck because special summon like Cyber Dragon, sack it for preferably late Pulsar Dragon, get Watt-tail from the deck, and then you get to stack for like a Tom. It makes you Xyz for rank 6s a little bit easier, plus it gives you easier access to a Tom, and he can let you deck thin a little bit more and get a little bit more pressure on the board. And what's nice is these are all lights now. You can just discard them for late Pulsar Dragon if you need to. Well, that's the magic monster lineup. What's the magic? You got Reborn, Dark-Hole, Heavy Storm, Staples, Mind Control. It's really good. It's really, really good. Xyz monsters make it so much better now. Future Fusion, because it's Future Fusion. It's obviously really busted in this deck. It's busted in general, but this deck makes it really obvious. 2 gold sarcophaguses. This gets, obviously, Future Fusion if you don't have it, or anything else if you do have it. This was Drew's idea that I sort of stole, because it works really, really well. You pull out your gold sarks, you're guaranteed to get your Future Fusion, you're guaranteed to get it in 2 turns. Your opponent does know that you're getting Future Fusion, but they're going to be focused on the Future Fusion, and they're going to want to try to play a little bit faster, so that they can kill you before your Future Fusion goes off, and this could cause them to not play intelligently. Also, it distracts your opponent from some other stuff you might be doing. It ends up working out really well. I like it more than the solar recharges, because there were a lot of times where I get the solar recharge but wouldn't have a Light Sworn, so it would be completely dead in my hand, and this card never is. Plus, you don't have to worry about accidentally milling Future Fusion when you're using the draw card. One Allure of Darkness. It's a good draw card. Charge the Light Brigade. Mill, and search for either Raikou or Lila. Onto my extra deck. 1 Black Rose Dragon. It's Effect Failure plus either Chaos Stork or any of the other level 6s. Black Rose Dragon, I think, is really important because of being able to reversal and blow up the field. Scrap Dragon for level 8. Synchros. It's pretty easy to make level 8s in this deck. And I figure if I'm going to sync for an 8, I'm going to go for Scrap Dragon, not Stardust Dragon, just so I can put more pressure. Wind Up Zen Mines, because Wind Up Zen Mines is really good. Leviair. It's pretty good in this deck, because of all the banishing you do. There's just something really, really, you can get cards like Lila and stuff back, but there isn't anything really broken like Rescue Rabbit that you can get back, so it's just pretty good. 1 Tempo, the Tremolgen. Yay, German! Yeah, Tempo is really good for getting rid of this guy. Wind Up Zen Mines. He eats your opponent's Xyz material monsters once per turn during either player's turn. Which is nice because, you eat one of the Zen Mines Xyz materials during this turn, and then during the start of your opponent's next turn, you just eat the other one. And since it's just eating the Xyz materials, cards don't get their effects, so it's nice. 1 Leviathan Dragon. It's pretty big. It's 25. It's a dragon, so you can banish it for Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Just in general, a good card. Acid Golem, because Acid Golem is huge. Maestroke, der Durgetingen. Yay! Another German one. Maestroke is... Oh, he's Maestrom in German. Oh, that's cool. Maestroke is a good rank 4. He's a dark. His ability to book your opponent is pretty nice, and his ability to protect himself is also really convenient. I really like Maestroke, or Maestrom now. Utopia, light, nice and big, gets rid of, can negate the attacks, and he's just in general a good card. Gem Knight Pearl, because he's bigger than Utopia and he can get he can hit things pretty hard. One Inzektor Exabeetle. Exabeetle is really nice for getting rid of cards without destroying them, since it just sends them to the graveyard. Cards like Zen Mines can't get around him. And then you just stack Gaia Dragon on top of him so that you don't have to deal with a really weenie 1000. Photon Streak Bouncer, because it's really good. Negates any effects that activate on the field. So things like Rescue Rabbit, Tour Guide, any of the Inzektors, any of the Wind-Ups, Gores. Well, Gores will still summon, but when he activates his effect to summon the token, you can negate it with Strike Bouncer. And then burn them for 1000. It's great. Plus he's 27, so he can crash into Gores. And he's also light, so you can Honest him. So he's really good. One Hieratic Dragon King of Atom. Since there's a lot more rank 6 level 6 dragons, I can run Atom. Basically stack usually Light Pulsar Dragon and Watt Tail Dragon for this. Detach Light Pulsar, grab Darkness Powder from the deck, and then special summon the Light Pulsar you just detached. Like I said, it helps you put pressure on the board. One Gaia Dragon Thunder Charger, stacked on top of your Atom or your Exabeetle, or mind control your opponent's rank 6 or rank 5 and stack it. It's really good. And then 5-headed Dragon. Then onto my side deck. 2 Electric Virus. Obviously, it's really good in the mirror match, and it's a light, so it gets in your graveyard easy, and it's good against Dino Rabbit. 2 Maxis for against Wind-Ups. I originally had these in the main board, but they were really irritating me, because the only deck they're really good against is freaking Wind-Ups. And the only reason why they're really good against Wind-Ups is because of Hunter. This card pisses me off. 2 DD Crows. I'm more likely to side in DD Crows in this deck against things than I am in other decks, just because it gets me an easy dark in the graveyard. 3 Mystical Space Typhoons. Decks with a lot of back row that I need to get rid of. 2 Forbidden Chalices to negate effects. And since it's worded like effect failures, it can hit things like Rescue Rabbit and such. 2 Soul Takers for the mirror match. And 2 Royal Decrees to negate traps. So that's the deck. Hope you guys like it. I have no clue what I'm running next week. If you have a suggestion, please feel free to post it below. I probably will be doing a ban list hopefuls in a couple of, I would say maybe like a week or so. After I get back from Otakon, definitely. Anyways, this is Aura 1 through 4, signing out.